Good morning. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Sunday so far. I read a thing this morning that said, flowers need time to bloom. So do you. That's so true. Us humans seem to want things right now, and that's not how life works. Unfortunately, nowadays, with technology being so quick, people think everything should happen super fast. But we need to make sure people know that's not how it works when we're changing our lives around. It takes time to dig out of the strongholds you've been living in for so long. We can't expect to change overnight when we've been living our lives a certain way for 5, 10, 20, 30, or more years. We have to realize it takes time to get our life back. So, have you met someone that makes you want to turn your life around because you want to find what they found? Do you realize there's steps to take to find that peace, joy, and freedom they've found? Did they tell you you have to die to your flesh daily to get your life back? I'm not going to lie. The hardest thing I've ever done was fight to get my life back. But I promise you, it was worth the fight. Let's remember, God knows our hearts. So when I got baptized, God knew exactly what I needed help with. God knew I tried quitting my addictions on my own for several years. But God also knew I had huge walls up, unforgiveness, and a ton of wounds that needed to be healed. Does that sound familiar? Do you have walls up, wounds, and unforgiveness? Do you realize unforgiveness holds you back? We have to forgive. We can't live life peacefully with unforgiveness in our heart. I know it's extremely hard to forgive, but when we do, it gives us freedom. Let's remember, we're here to represent Jesus, and we can't do that the right way if we're holding on to anger and unforgiveness. There are several verses in the Bible about forgiving each other, and when we have to make sure we do because God forgave us while we were yet sinners. Romans 5:8 says, but God demonstrates his own love for us in this: while we were yet still sinners, Christ died for us. So let's remember, we have to forgive others in their sins because God forgives us. Colossians 3:12-13 says, put on then, as God's chosen ones, holy and beloved, compassionate hearts, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience, bearing with one another. And if one has a complaint against another, forgiving each other as the Lord has forgiven you, so you also must forgive. So are you living life with compassionate hearts, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience? Are you being the better person because that's how we're supposed to act? I used to be full of anger and unforgiveness because of my past. I used to have walls up so I wouldn't get hurt anymore. But when I started changing my life around, I started working on myself. I started reading the truths in the Word. And the truth is, we can't love like Jesus if we have anger and unforgiveness in our hearts. We have to forgive so we can be forgiven. So let's start there. Let's start today by forgiving someone that's wronged you. Yes, I know you don't think they deserve it, but when you're wanting to be that light that you see in others, there's steps you have to take, and that's one of them. It took me a good 5 years to tear those walls down and build that much needed relationship with Jesus. So stop thinking you're not changing fast enough. Start remembering it takes time to bloom. Take steps every day to clean your life up, and I promise you, your days will get brighter and brighter. Straight from God through Dawn Marie. Love you all and have a blessed rest of your day.